Should I tell some jokes?
Come on. According to this, we are streaming right now. We are streaming!
Oh, there's a huge delay, so just...
Yes, exactly. Alright, so that'll be our first run, and we'll fix it after this one. Hi!
Hi, welcome to the table.
Hello.
Oh, I should have turned on some like jazz or something.
My clip is gone. We're getting a little less mic.
It did get like pulled a little bit earlier.
Alright. Could you do me a solid and look for that? And I'm gonna bring it up here. I'm gonna turn off the stream temporarily, because now we know it works. And I'll set up the stream over there. And then we'll fix that.
I think it's under this thing.
We're streaming!
Our first stream!
Yes! So this is the Sake Notes, and tonight we're doing it live!
Welcome to the live show!
This is the live show, live. For our first live show, we're going to do something a little bit different, a little bit interesting, we think, hopefully. And that is, we're going to do a blind tasting. One of my fondest sake experiences was a blind tasting we did once. That was actually being put together by an importer, and it was a lot of fun. And I learned a lot about, myself, really. I learned a lot about what sake is like.
We've actually been to 2 blind tastings of note, I think. So there was the event at High Collar, hosted by the Sake Men.
The Sake Men.
The
yes.
Sake Men.
Yes.
Which featured 16?
At least.
There were a lot across the whole bar, and they were all covered with paper, so you couldn't see the bottles at all. And they had all the sakes up front. And you could go around and sample all of them. And they gave you stickers to stick on to designate your favorites, and then at the end, they showed what they were. And so, of course, that one, you know, there's always some sakes that you think you know, and you're like, oh, this is definitely that one. Like, you recognize it. It kind of sets the baseline. You're like, oh, right. But you like this one in particular because when they pulled the papers off.
I was surprised. I was really shocked at some of the things I like a lot. And now I buy those sakes a lot because I learned I like them. Specifically,
there were sakes that are normally considered like a lower tier that you completely loved and put your stickers on over what would normally be a higher tier. Is that
well, it was a little bit. Like my favorite was a Junmai Ginjo, which doesn't come as a huge shock. But it was a brand I knew I liked, but I didn't know I liked it that much. It was fun. We don't have that one here tonight though.
No.
What was the
second one I would say is the Suige blind tasting event.
That's true.
So for Suige, we sampled 4 from their line. 4 from their line. And so we tasted them all up front, and they told us about it. We had like a nice booklet that talked about the sakes and how they were made and the differences. Then we got blank bottles, basically. And we were able to taste and then try to remember and think about it and taste them that way. And that was really fun, too.
That was a great time. So tonight, what we've got is 5 different labels, and we've got these bottles here that are just kind of labeled A, B, C, D, E, and we don't know which one is which, really. And we're going to find out.
So yeah, this is a double blind tasting test.
Yeah.
So on the bottoms of these, we have the stickers with numbers. And then on the bottom of the glasses, there are stickers with the corresponding numbers. We've since mixed them up really well. This is, is it triple blind at this point? I know that's not a thing, but it's really mixed up. And then we have labeled them on the outside with letters so that we will be able to refer to them individually. And then at the end, we can cross-check our guesses and our thoughts.
Right. And so really quickly, the rundown of what we've got tonight. We've got an old favorite of mine. This is the Kaori Junmai Ginjo. And this was one of my first sake loves back when I was really first getting into sake 10 years ago. We've got the Narutotai Nama Genshu Ginjo. This is my shells. If we can give her a big stuffed can of Narutotai, she would like hug it.
Oh my gosh, should they make those?
I don't think they do, but if they did. This is a Jokigen Junmai Ginjo. This is a little dark horse from Yamagata. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it's really good. This is a special one, the Hakkaisan 3-year aged Junmai Ginjo? Yes. Junmai Ginjo. Genshu, and we have an entire episode about this that'll be airing pretty soon, where
So
we kind of go into depth on it.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of a sneak preview of the new Hakkaisan snow-aged sake. So keep your eyes out for that. Very exciting stuff coming.
From Niigata, and it's really good. That's a spoiler for you. And this is the Dewazakura Oka, an old favorite that never gets old.
So we have 2 Genshus in this lineup.
And 2 sakes from Yamagata.
And 2 sakes from Yamagata. So might be some little trip ups there.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was looking to see where the Kaori is from. It's from Yamaguchi. I knew it was something with a Y.
So we've both had a tasting of all of these before. So we are familiar with them.
And by before, I mean like in the past hour.
Well, that's true. But also we have had them in other
places.
places.
No primer so that we weren't like lost.
So,
and we've got our water here. Always drink water with your sake. It's a good idea.
So in between tastes. And then the final bit, so we have our little notepads for taking notes, any thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have our favorite stickers. So at the end of the blind tasting test, we can pick our favorites and then see
if we have
if there's any secret loves from the blind test.
Blind testing is the coolest way to try sake because you never know what you might find.
I mean, if you're completely new to sake, all of the sake is probably
Yeah,
blind tasting.
sure.
But for people who have had a lot of sake, I think it's a great idea.
I think everybody should do it every now and again.
It'll shake you up. You know, there might be things that you're avoiding that you secretly super love.
Let's start. Let's do this.
Okay, so should we just kind of go at it however?
You want to start? Why don't you start with the I'll start with A and we'll kind of meet in the middle.
Do you want to talk about a little bit of the flavors?
Yeah. That's good.
So these little blue stickers down here do the kind of the tasting job.
We're hoping, so we've got a lot of these glasses, and the idea was to kind of use glasses that we had.
Oh wait, I'm going to cover this so you can't see the number.
That's a good idea. Well, I can't see the corresponding number on the bottle anyway.
Okay, hang on, which one this is. I kind of don't want to talk about it because I want to keep my secret notes to myself. So I don't know if this is like teen or so this is E.
See, I wish we would have had 2 sets with the same stuff so I could finish this.
So we did talk about a lot of different ways to go about this blind tasting test. We had some like a blindfold. We had covering them like we did a high collar. But ultimately, we both wanted to take part in this testing at the same time, which is difficult with only 2 people. So this is the route that we went with. But if you have ideas about other ways we do that, we'd love to hear it for sure.
Definitely. I don't know.
All right. Don't peek.
You see, for myself, this is a very competitive event.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whereas for me, I'm just trying to see what I end up liking. I do find A to be a little bit on the drier side, a little crisp, but there's a fruitiness to it also.
So what
Don't
are
take
you?
your order too enthusiastically.
What's your goal now? Are you writing notes? Are you writing what you think it is?
I'm writing notes on how it tastes, and then I want to be surprised at what it ends up being.
So I am completely just writing the name of it. Like I feel like this first one, E, I was so confident about that I was like, yep, got that one. And I'm kind of just going from there. After we kind of write it down, I think I might. Yeah, I'm really competitive. I'm afraid if I start talking about it, I might skew your choices. I'll say something for me.
Sorry, I got excited there. Not a competition. Everybody wins.
I mean, I'm gonna say the winner is the one who gets the most right.
So there are winners. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, there are winners. By definition, one person has to get more right than another.
Now's probably a good time to mention that Michelle has a good pedigree with this. No, our food is here.
No cheating. You guys are gonna hold him accountable.
No stream cheating or nothing. She's gonna go grab the food.
The Thai food.
Our Thai food is here. Very good. This is trickier than it looks.
Okay, sake fan. I do have to be honest. I'm gonna switch one right now based on this A that I had. I didn't get to write it down. I went to buzz them in.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm keeping them all the first one that I wrote down. Okay, no cheating.
No cheating.
I'm gonna come back and do a second round, but that's my first taste through, just initial boom thoughts.
If I don't come out of this really loving the Dewazakura, I'm gonna be very sad with myself.
Yeah, you make sure that you're still in the air. Talk about where they're from. Talk about where they're from.
So as I mentioned earlier, that the Jokigen and the Dewazakura are both from Yamagata, and Yamagata is my favorite place for sake. It is everything that I get out of there is really wonderful and very very tasty, very balanced, a little fruity, and it's maybe that's not literally everything that comes out of there, but it's most of the things that I end up tasting. And you definitely do realize after a while that you do have a flavor profile that you gravitate towards. And it just comes from tasting a lot of stuff where you get to develop that and really begin to understand what you like and what you don't like. For me, like I was learning that like I like very neutral stuff. It was like don't like stuff to be too dry, don't want it to be too sweet. Kind of like right in the middle. I have that. What do you call that? Where the what's the Goldilocks? I have to go here and find the Goldilocks zone.
Oh yeah.
For your sake, try to find it like just where you like it.
So, so this first line, the method I took is I wrote A B C D E on the side, and then I wrote just the name of what I thought that it was. I will say I already had a surprise. I think it was this one.
Mm-hmm.
That might be my favorite. So, as we said when we started, I'm glad that we started with this. This is kind of my go-to. It's definitely one that I would always try to make my favorite. So with this lineup, it's definitely the one that I expected to put my sticker on, my fave. But there's one that I tried where I was like, wait, I love this one. So does that mean it's Narutotai? Because it doesn't taste like Narutotai, but I really love it.
That's what's fun about these things.
So I'm gonna go back through again. Did you already do a couple of rounds? Like
I just did one. I did one sweep of each. We didn't. We did not pour enough in each one. I think in retrospect.
I need to do more water in between too. I don't think I did a good job of that last time. I think I know. I think I have an idea about which one A is just by how much you've been favoring A.
I'm not favoring A. Or am I trying to figure out what it is?
Yeah, now I feel like maybe all of my answers are wrong.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm just looking to have a good time. I do have some ideas. I have some notes, but I want to know. Like I can tell you right now. I can put my sticker right now on what my favorite is.
Go ahead. If you have a favorite, put it on there. I'm gonna start writing notes because now I'm like getting a little confused. Oh man, that's my favorite too. Is that D?
Yeah.
I put a star.
Oh,
I also
wow.
put D. But now I'm kind of maybe thinking
that's kind of funny.
B.
It's right here for me too. I put a star.
All right, let me do B and D together because I started to really love B too. Oh, let me do the water.
Oh yes.
I mean, these are just numbers
It's not really
that are also randomized under here. So if he does pee, it doesn't really show anything, but that's what's happening. I just want to make sure everyone knows, like, we're super double blind on this. There's no cheating.
We're very double blind on this. I'm anxious to know the answer, though. I'm really curious.
I'm thinking on this for a minute. So if you are just tuning in, maybe you joined us a little bit late. I'm Michelle.
I'm John.
And this is John. And this is the Sake Notes.
Yep.
Our very first live episode.
And our very first blind tasting on the show. The first time we ever done a real blind tasting at the house, too, right?
Yeah. Actually, no. There was one time we did a blind tasting with the cans.
Mm-hmm.
Which
that was one of our test episodes.
Was very surprising. We might have to share some footage of that in the future.
That'll be fun.
We are doing this because we have realized how much we love doing blind tasting because how much it surprises us. I think that's it.
It's fun.
So we have randomized the sakes into the glasses. They're lettered. We have our notes here. We're trying to mark down which one is our favorite, and then maybe see if we can guess which is which.
Mm-hmm.
I started out real strong, and now I have no idea.
I got a couple of ideas, but I really want to find what my favorite was blind, and then see if it compared, how that compared with my understanding.
With your presumptions.
With my presumptions, with my biases. Like I came in very much hoping.
Is that the plural of bias? Biases?
I think so. We'll find out. I came in a big fan of the Dewazakura stuff, so I thought that would come in first for me. But I'm kind of curious to see what it actually does. So
okay, so
let's
I gotta do my favorite. So I'm totally torn between these two. So initially I went this way, and this is the one that tripped me up. Where I was like, wait, is this the Narutotai? Because I know I love Narutotai. I know it's gonna be one of my favorites. But I didn't think it was Narutotai. And then this one I also loved, and this is the one that we're gonna do it now. So this is the one that I thought was Narutotai. And I mean, like, I kind of want to. Can I split my M in half, or do I have to pick one?
Pick one. Yeah, pick one.
So okay, hold on. So good. They're good in different ways.
Yeah, pick one. And you're not trying to figure out which one's Naruto. You're just saying which one you like.
No, I'm not. Like, I guess when I say that, what I mean is that
your pride's on the line.
I love this sake, and I tasted this one, and I liked it so much that I thought it was this one, but this one's this one. And
I think this is the Naruto.
I think this is the Naruto too. And I think that this is this. I think these are the Genshus, and I think that's why I'm so torn between them.
Oh, you think that might be the Hakkaisan?
I think this is the Hakkaisan Genshu.
Well, we're gonna find out.
And I think that's what. Okay, so this one was like really sweet, and I gotta tear it in half.
All right.
I gotta tear it in half. I can't. I love them both. I love them both for different reasons.
All right.
And we'll go. Okay, so let's
find out. So starting with the Kaori. The Kaori is.
Well, we have to.
Oh, we don't need.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with A.
Maybe we should have just put letters on the bottoms of the bottles.
Okay, so A. What did you think this was?
I don't know. I thought it was dry and crisp. It had a little bit of aroma to it. I thought it was nice.
So which one do you think it is?
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't even think about that.
We'll think about it right now.
It might be the Jokigen.
I put Jokigen too. So what's the number?
It is number 3.
Number 3? Number 2!
So number 2 is the Dewazakura Oka.
Oh, wait.
Yes, Jokigen.
Jokigen.
Ah! We're doing it live!
We're doing it live.
It is number 3.
Number 3 is the Jokigen.
Not bad.
I didn't have Jokigen. I just completely grabbed the wrong one. Okay. B. I have Narutotai.
Yeah.
And you previously discussed have Narutotai.
4.
4 and 4.
It is 4.
All right,
we're 2 for 2 so far.
2 for 2. Okay, so for C, I had the Dewazakura Oka.
I wasn't sure.
Oh wait, I should have asked you.
I wasn't sure which one it was.
What were your notes? What were your 2 notes?
Clean, crisp, no odor. Yeah, I'm still not sure. It's it is. This is the Dewazakura Oka. Huh.
So this is the one when I went.
So I am disappointed in myself because I really was hoping that this would be the Dewazakura.
So when I went this way, so as I said, I just took one taste and I immediately just read everyone I thought. I went this way, and I wrote this as the Jokigen originally.
Ah.
I tasted this one, had to try, and then I got to A, and I was like, wait, no, this is the Jokigen, which means I think that this one is the Dewa. So
well, they're both from the same place, so that makes sense. Not bad.
I'm like blowing my own mind right now. I'm blowing my taste.
All right. Let's talk about what your
So D,
favorite.
I said Hakkaisan.
5.
5.
Oh, this is our favorite. Was wow, not bad.
So, like I was saying,
well done.
I love both of them,
Hakkaisan.
and I love this blind tasting and the fact that the Genshus.
I like that you were able to identify that as a Genshu. I did not notice that was a Genshu when I was tasting it. I just thought it was really, fun. Like it was like full bodied, good, like fruity a little bit. Like I just really liked it, and that means that E is the Kaori, which I
had.
I did
Immediately.
Yeah.
This one actually is a little aged. It has
might
kind of
be
a yellow tint.
Well,
to
the
it.
Kaori always is a little yellow.
Which you can't really tell it compared. I don't know if there's any left in here. Also, this one has sake left and the other ones don't. So I think compared to these, like, kind of sweeter ones, it seems like we preferred that over this drier taste.
Yeah, the Kaori. Oh, yeah, the Kaori's a +3. So
yeah, I think the rest of these were definitely more sweeter, and this is more of a drier one. So blind test, we prefer that. But drier is definitely good for probably more like a heartier food. But yeah. I'm really surprised that Actually, I'm not surprised. I don't know. Maybe I am. Whatever.
I'm not surprised that you came up liking the Narutotai.
That the Genshus were the ones that I had to split on.
I'm super surprised that I loved the new Hakkaisan so much.
Are you super surprised that I got them all right? Because I'm not. I've got the taste.
Hey, I did pretty good too.
I've got like
much better than my
10,000 taste buds per square inch.
Is that how it works?
I know it all. I don't know. I'm a little proud of myself right now. I'm glad this was live.
You're always really good at it. You've always been really good at this.
That's true.
Like I said, I'm just really shocked that this was my favorite. This is really fun.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I liked it. I just didn't think I loved it.
I'm not surprised.
It turns out.
I'm not surprised that this is the one that you picked because I feel like this one is
because it's similarity to Hiroroshi in my mind a little bit. I talked
about
that.
Spoiler alert for the upcoming episode.
I did compare this to Hiroroshi, which is my favorite type of sake, just because that is a Hiroshi is aged over the course of just one season really, whereas this was aged for 3 years, but in the snow, and that slows down the aging process, or slows down the fermenting process.
So Hiroshi, for our newer listeners, is the fall seasonal sake.
Right, and it's made at the beginning of the season like everything else, but they just let it mature a lot longer. And it does kind of mellow out the flavors a little bit, and I feel like it's got a lot going on with it.
I felt like this one it is a bold flavor, but it's like a mild bold. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense for what they're doing. I think it's really great.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think of something to describe it to. It's just a lot of very intentional flavor, and your style of sake is that very refined, very floral, very light, intricate sake, I would say. I think that you really appreciate delicate, intentional sake, which this definitely hits on. But in a bold way, which is different for you.
That's nice. I like it.
So that was super fun.
That was great. We should do something like this again sometime. We'll get 5 different bottles and have a little more fun with it. Maybe we'll have to do like a returning champion though.
Ooh, I like it.
And eventually find the best sake, or the best sake. Eventually find our
like
favorites.
a bracket style of wine tasting. That's too much sake. We don't have a big enough table.
No, we don't have
glasses.
And our livers just couldn't handle it. But anyway.
So
thank you for joining us.
If you guys have ideas about blind tasting methods,
apart from
this one seemed to work really well.
Apart from the fact that next time we should just put a letter on the bottom of the label, bottom of the bottle.
No, I think this was good, except for where I grabbed the wrong bottle. That was
fun.
Kind of embarrassing.
Oh, you were like, Yamagata, I got this. Yeah, I got it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Our Thai is getting cold, so we're gonna go eat. And thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
If you have any questions or comments, you can get at us at info@thesakenotes.com. You can just comment below. You really should hit the subscribe button, even if you hate us. Just hit the subscribe button because we need the subscriptions.
That's true.
It is.
Which one of these is your favorite? I actually am curious.
I wish I could have you guys taste it through the camera, but that's just not going to happen.
So we'll catch you next time.
Yep.
If you can't wait until next time, we have a backlog on the YouTube channel.
Yes. Coming up in the next couple of days, we're going to have the final part of our mailbag episode.
Mailbag episode.
Yeah, the final mailbag episode, the Hakkaisan episode, and then we've got some tricks up our sleeves for next. For one more episode before we leave for Japan in May. Near the end of May, we're going to go over to Japan on the 20th and have a little fun.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
So see you next time.
Come by.
Goodbye.